Picture this. It's your lunch break. You've got exactly 1 hour to grab a sandwich, maybe decompress a bit, and run an errand. But instead, you're staring at a faded ticketing machine in a packed waiting room, just listening to numbers being called out at a painfully slow pace. We've all felt that unique frustration of the DMV line, right? But hey, if you live in Nebraska and you need to renew your vehicle registration, I've got some absolutely fantastic news for you. You might literally never have to waste a lunch break on this errand ever again. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into the ultimate time-saving cure for this bureaucratic headache, the Nebraska eDMV portal. So here's our roadmap for today to get you in and out. First, we'll go over your online renewal checklist. Second, we'll do a quick step-by-step walkthrough of the portal itself. Third, we'll decode the fees, deadlines, and exceptions. Fourth, we'll hit some frequently asked questions. And finally, we'll wrap up with a summary and the official disclaimer. All right, let's dive right into Section 1, your online renewal checklist. Basically, how to prepare before you click. Now, before you even open your web browser, you're going to want to gather a few key things, just so the system doesn't time out on you while you're frantically digging through your glove box. First up, you need your Nebraska license plate number, or your VIN, that's your vehicle identification number. Second, you'll need your current odometer reading, so just take a quick peek at your dashboard before you sit down at your computer. Third, and honestly, this is a really big one, you need proof of insurance. And finally, have your payment method ready to go. The system takes credit cards, debit cards, or an e-check. I really want to emphasize that third point about your insurance. According to the Nebraska DMV, photocopies are absolutely not acceptable. And here's why. When you renew online, the portal is actually querying the Nebraska insurance database in real time. It's totally digital. So if your insurance company hasn't reported your policy to the state yet, you can't just, upload a picture of your insurance card to bypass the check. If the system can't verify you digitally right then and there, it stops the whole online process. You'd then be forced to go renew in person or by mail, where you have to show them an original physical document from your carrier. So definitely make sure your digital insurance record is up to date. Moving on to Section 2, Step-by-Step Portal Walkthrough, navigating dmv.nebraska.gov. And hey, a super quick warning before we start, make absolutely sure you are actually on the official website, dmv.nebraska.gov. You definitely want to avoid any of those copycat scam sites that try to charge you fake administrative fees. Okay, so what's really interesting here is just how incredibly streamlined the state has made this process. It's a simple 4-step path. Step 1, you verify your eligibility, which basically just means confirming you have no name or address changes. Step 2, you type in your license plate or VIN along with that odometer reading. Step 3, you just sit back for a second and let the system confirm your insurance status in the background. And Step 4, submit your payment. Literally, the whole shebang takes just a matter of minutes from start to finish. Now, when you do get to that final payment step, you should know about the specific portal surcharges, so there are 0 surprises at checkout. If you decide to pay with a debit or credit card, the state tacks on a 2.5% fee to your total. But if you choose to pay using an electronic check by just linking your bank account, it's a simple $3 flat fee. So definitely keep that in mind depending on what your total is. Let's move to Section 3 and see how this builds. Fees, deadlines, and exceptions. Basically decoding the costs and rules. So, Nebraska has a notoriously complex vehicle registration fee structure. I mean, it's really helpful to demystify exactly what you're paying for when that final total pops up on your screen. It's not just one flat cost. Think of it more like a 3-layered cake. First, you have your base registration fee, which is a flat rate of about $17.50 for standard passenger cars. Second is the motor vehicle tax. And third is a smaller motor vehicle fee that's based on weight and age. The crucial point here is that motor vehicle tax. It's actually based on a percentage of your vehicle's depreciated value. That is exactly why registering a brand new $30,000 car might cost you $300 to $400 in year 1, but registering a 10-year-old car might only run you $60 to $90. The tax drops really steeply as the car ages. Oh, and there is one other major fee to be aware of if you drive an electric vehicle. Effective January 2025, battery electric vehicles owe an additional $150 annual surcharge right on top of the standard registration. If you drive a plug-in hybrid, you owe an extra $75 annually. Though, quick note, this doesn't apply to standard non-plug-in hybrids. They just pay the normal registration fees. Now, as amazing as the portal is, it isn't for absolutely everyone. Standard passenger vehicles, motorcycles, and light trucks are perfectly fine to renew online, provided none of your info has changed. But there are some specific gotchas that will literally force you to go into a physical county treasurer's office. For instance, if you need to change your name or address, if you drive a massive commercial truck registered over 27 tons, or if your registration has been expired for more than a year, you just cannot use the online portal. You got to go in person. Timing is also super critical here. You'll typically get your renewal notice in the mail about 30 days before it's actually due, and you absolutely must renew your registration during the expiration month that's printed right on your current registration. Listen closely. Nebraska has absolutely no statutory grace period. None. If you're caught driving the day after it expires, you can be cited. And remember, once you successfully renew online, it takes up to 5 days to receive your new physical registration and license plate stickers by mail. So please, don't leave this until the very last day of the month. All right, let's pivot to Section 4, Frequently Asked Questions. What you need to know. First question that pops up a lot. What if you just bought a brand new car? Well, unfortunately, your initial registration cannot be handled on this simple renewal portal. Newly purchased vehicles have to be registered and the sales tax paid within 30 days of purchase. But doing that requires establishing your title first, which means you have to make an initial in-person visit or mail your documents to the county treasurer. This online portal we're talking about today is really just for renewing a vehicle you already have registered in the system. Next up, how do you change your address on your registration? As we touched on a minute ago, address changes just cannot be processed through the online renewal portal. To update your physical address on your vehicle's registration, you have to go visit your local county treasurer. And this brilliantly illustrates a fun little exception in the Nebraska Motor Vehicle Code. Do you need to register an electric scooter? The answer is no. Electric scooters are actually officially on the list of vehicles completely exempt from registration in Nebraska. Motorboats, on the other hand, do require registration, but that process involves the Game and Parks Commission along with your county treasurer, not this standard EDMV renewal site. Bringing us to Section 5, Summary and Official Disclaimer, your next steps. Let's bring it all together now. The primary takeaway here is that renewing your vehicle registration in Nebraska absolutely doesn't have to be a dreaded chore anymore. By leveraging the EMV portal, you can knock out this mandatory yearly task right from the comfort of your couch, or even just using your smartphone. So to recap your next steps, first, check your eligibility. Make sure you have no name or address changes. Second, do that prep work. Gather your VIN, your current odometer reading, and make sure your insurance is actively verifiable. Third, navigate directly to dmv.nebraska.gov so you avoid those annoying scam sites. And fourth, submit your info and payment online to totally skip the lines. As a brief professional reminder, this explainer is strictly for educational purposes. Vehicle tax codes and portal requirements can and do evolve over time. You should always verify your exact personal fees, evaluate your specific vehicle's eligibility, and check for the most up-to-date details directly at dmv.nebraska.gov or by contacting your local county treasurer's office. And with that, we've reached the end of our roadmap. You now have all the knowledge you need to navigate Nebraska's online vehicle registration system like an absolute pro. So, let me leave you with this. Are you ready to skip the line, avoid that depressing waiting room, and finally reclaim your lunch break today? Head over to the portal, get it done, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Happy driving!